Do you like chocolate? Potato chips? How about ice cream? Well, what if you could find healthier versions of these treats? That's what one company is offering right now. I'm Susan Choi, and you are watching FI Spotlight. Today, we are looking at Thrive Market. It's an online marketplace for organic and non-GMO products, and they've recently come up with some ways to help shoppers make smarter choices, both in and out of the website. To find out more, let's start talking to Thrive Market's CTO and co-founder, Sasha Siddhartha. Sasha, thanks for joining me today.
Great to be here, Susan. Thanks for having me.
Let's start off by having you describe in your own words what Thrive Market is.
Absolutely. So Thrive is a membership-based online grocery store. We've been in business around 11 years at this point, and our mission is to make healthy and sustainable living easy and affordable for everyone. So what that means practically is that for $60 a year membership, similar to what you'd pay at a Costco, our members can access a curated catalog of the top national organic grocery, personal care, household products, all at member-only pricing, curated to our exacting quality standards and delivered straight to their door. So we operate nationwide across the contiguous US. So every zip code in the lower 48, whether you live in a major metro or a suburban or rural area, we can get our healthier products to you.
Let's talk more about the technology aspect. Let's talk AI. That is a big phrase that everyone has been buzzing about, right, Sasha? Many industries have been wanting to work with AI technology, not just food and beverage. How has Thrive Market been able to implement AI technology in its own workflows? Tell us about what you guys have come up with.
Our goal with technology, from the very beginning of the business has been to make the easy part and easy and affordable happen for our members. So what can we do to improve their customer experience, reduce their cognitive load, make grocery shopping less of a chore and more of a delight? And what we found is, even though we carry a curated catalog, so we have far fewer products than the average grocery store because of our strategy and our quality standards, we still carry about 6,000 products in our storefront. And our average consumer basket is over 14 items. So that in of itself means it's a pretty long shopping journey for our members, a lot of cognitive load, and many of our members were telling us that you have these great products, but I'm so overwhelmed, I don't know where to start. So the role of AI, machine learning, and personalization has been to simplify that shopping process for them. So now, for the past few years, when our members sign up for membership, rather than being confronted with this sea of products where they have to navigate it on their own and figure out what they want to buy, we walk them through an onboarding questionnaire where they describe their household and their preferences, their health goals, their dietary preferences, their ingredient sensitivities, and so on, their favorite brands, in quite a bit of detail. And then our system is able to leverage that data to personalize the most relevant products for them, and from there onwards, make sure that every touch point they have with our business is, really speaks their needs very directly. And we've been doing this for years, far before AI became the buzzword it is today. But more recently, we've gotten this technology to the point where we're actually able to build full carts on behalf of our members. So, when you sign up for Thrive today, that very first basket of products that we recommend for you, our members don't need to do any work whatsoever to get there. They just tell us what they want, and our system is able to assemble the perfect cart for them. And what we found is that our members, about half of what they buy at this point is based on the recommendations we're putting into their cart. Beyond that, we've done a lot to experiment with ways to use technology to really improve the customer experience. And one thing we're really proud of is the ability to meet our members where they are, which means, whatever they're consuming today, we're able to help them navigate a healthier swap into their life so that they can make incremental healthy changes to their lifestyle. So one feature we really like about this is what we call the Smart Swap Scanner. So this is a little tool that you can access through our mobile app in particular, where you can scan the barcode on any product in your household or any store whatsoever you're shopping. And obviously, if we carry that exact same product, we can present that to you in the Thrive Market storefront. But even if we don't, we're able to present a healthier alternative in the same category. So that way, if someone wants to go through and clean up their pantry and, or their medicine cabinet or their cleaning closet or whatever, all they need to go in is with their phone, scan a bunch of products. We can quickly assemble a collection of equivalents that are better for them at Thrive Market.
And it seems that all of these features that you've just described are certainly bringing positive results to Thrive Market. I've read that about 70% of Thrive members check out in under 10 minutes via their mobile phones, and about 50% of new orders include AI recommended items. Very impressive. Tell me, more about, kind of behind the scenes, kind of launching this. A lot of our audience members are, B2B food industry insiders. Can you share with us, in that first period of launching these technologies, what challenges did you face as a company? How did you guys overcome those challenges?
Yeah, one interesting thing for us, we started doing the R&D on the work to build carts on our members' behalf in 2023. So this was, right around when AI and large language models really came to the forefront. So we were leveraging ChatGPT pretty extensively to help build context and kind of assemble collections of products that might be relevant based on the preferences our members are telling us about. And at first blush, these efforts looked like they made a lot of common sense in terms of what the AI was recommending that we provide to our members. But what we found over time as we iterated and experimented was that our first party data and kind of the years of intelligence we'd already established around what our members were more likely to buy was far more powerful than what the LLM could produce from arm's length. So today, the evolution of this technology still uses, kind of what people refer to as AI with large language models to fill a lot of gaps in data, to help kind of improve our semantic understanding of our members' preferences. But it's always in partnership with the first party data we have, the merchandising insights we have, the years of analytics on what our customers have purchased. And marrying those two together has really been the key to our success.
Sasha, would love to hear your thoughts about how Thrive Market addresses those kinds of things that people are concerned about with AI technology, private data collection, intellectual property concerns, issues like that. How does Thrive Market approach these things?
Yeah, so we've, even prior to the advent of AI, we've taken customer data privacy very seriously. So we have one of our core advantages of business is that our members trust us with a tremendous amount of personal data. 90% plus are going through these personalized onboarding questionnaires where they're telling us about their household and other personal information. They're willing to do so because as an experience, we're able to provide them with sufficient benefit to justify them providing us the input. However, for us to maintain our brand positioning and the trust of our members, we have to take the data security really, really seriously. And what that means is, any third-party AI technology we treat as an untrusted resource. So we would never send, private customer information to a third-party AI, for example. Most of our personalization models are built in-house. They're secured on our servers behind our firewalls where we have full control of where the data is coming and going, which allows us to leverage that first-party data and provide these really powerful experiences while having really, really stringent controls on where our customers' data is going. Ultimately, anything that's going out to third parties is invariably going to be encrypted, anonymized, aggregated, all the same best practice we would have taken in a pre-AI era. I think what's changed now is the technology is so ubiquitously available, and so the barrier to entry is so low for someone to interface with an AI that you do need to be a little bit more careful and recognize that this is not a system under our control. And that's really been a process of educating our team and our employee base on best practices and how to use it.
Absolutely. And finally, Sasha, as I've mentioned before, a lot of our audience is made up of food industry insiders, other, food businesses. They probably want to or are interested in implementing AI technology in their own systems. Maybe they're a little hesitant. What advice could you give to other businesses, who may be a little scared, a little, reticent to, implement this kind of technology into their own workflows? Maybe it seems a little intimidating. What guidance would you give that might help them?
Yeah, I look at it as, like with most technologies, the power is there, the ability for AI to create better experiences for any business's customers, to optimize the productivity of their workforce, to create leverage and scale is in some ways unprecedented. But at the same time, it's not a silver bullet, nor is it total magic. It still should be treated like any other software investment. At Thrive, philosophically, like why I'm at the company is we're a technology-driven company. We've invested in a best-in-class technology organization, and some element of that I think is important for any business that wants to make significant strides in AI. Is invest in the team and the people that can help guide you through that journey and do so in a manner that protects the best interests of the business. Now, that said, that doesn't mean you need to build everything in-house. We've had the use of AI across Thrive is a combination of systems that we've built and own ourselves, and partnerships with amazing businesses that do this 24/7, 365. So I think there are great software providers out there, but even with a great third-party software provider, it still takes a great in-house team to vet the software, to make sure those implementations are really robust and really meet the goals of the business, so that business leaders aren't disappointed in terms of the promise of AI not turning into reality once the rubber meets the road. So yeah, to summarize, let's say make the investment in building technology competency internally as a company, then make smart decisions in terms of the build versus buy on integrating AI into one's workflows.
Makes a lot of sense. Being intentional, right, with the technology, making it work for you. I like that. All right, Sasha Siddhartha, CTO and co-founder of Thrive Market. Thanks again for joining me.
Thanks so much, Susan. It's great.
And that wraps up this episode of FI Spotlight. I'm your host, Susan Choi. Don't forget, if you want to check out more of our great content, just click on this playlist. Till next time, take care.